The next day, August 29th, Sunday. Field study day 2. Whoa! Ooh, there's no fog! The fog isn't back! Do, 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 do. Wow, what a view! Looking at the lake is like gazing into a vast mirror. I suppose that wharf you can see in the distance must be over in the Sutherland province. You can see the Saint's castle way more clearly today, too. So this is what Legram looks like on a clear day. It almost seems like we're in a different town. Perhaps we are. Huh. Well, both faces of the town have a place in my heart. Hey, I'm sorry for all the fuss I caused yesterday. Rain? You really did. However, you did what you did out of necessity, correct? Yeah. Before yesterday, I've never been able to recognize the truth behind my master's teachings. But crossing swords with your father, it was like I finally realized what he wanted me to understand all those years ago. I see. In that case, I won't criticize what you did. I can understand that feeling, struggling forward even in the face of adversity. Huh, it seems the winds have granted you their blessing. Still, Reen, I think you owe us an explanation. What was that power you displayed during the duel? I've never seen its like. It was so cool. Like you suddenly turned into a whole different person. Almost like some kind of power that was locked up inside you came roaring out in one big flash. Yeah, I guess that's what it must seem like. Rain style. There's something. Some beast-like instinct sleeping inside me. And when I completely lose control of myself, it just swallows me up. Transforms me somehow.
Man, she could tell at 2:30 today.
Okay. I've known about it ever since I was a kid, and all my life, I've lived in fear of it. Of that other self. Selfie style. It seems a strange burden to bear. Something beast-like. I don't know, it seemed pretty cool. Besides, if it makes you even stronger, why not just be like that all the time? Huh, I wish it were that simple. Years ago, I first asked my master to teach me the way of the sword in order to suppress that power. I thought that if I could master the art of fighting, I could master my fear and quell those instincts. But that did nothing to solve the underlying problem, and, eventually, I ended up having my training discontinued. Pretty pathetic, huh? That's no good. Oh, Rain. But you said that yesterday's duel helped you to realize something, right? Right. I can deny it up and down, but doing that doesn't change the fact that it's in there, somewhere. And unless I can accept that, I won't be able to reconcile myself with the past, or really think about my future. I mean, it sounds so simple, saying it now, but it took this long for me to realize it. Oh! Ah, I see. Heh, trouble seems to seek you out, doesn't it? So you intend to accept your lot and move forward, even though the way is anything but certain. Huh, that's actually rather inspiring. I hope you'll tell Group B what you've shared with us. I think they'd be really glad to hear it from you. Yeah, I think I will. I feel like everyone's been worried after what happened at the old schoolhouse last month. Heart attack style. Hey, I heard the big news. You seriously dueled the Radiant Blade Master? Huh. Well, he was kind enough to give me the chance to test my skill against him. The gap between him and me is so wide that calling it a duel is being generous. Nah, don't sell yourself short. It takes some real guts to even think of trying to duel the Viscount. Viscount style. I know you battled Sarah, and her strength is pretty intense, but he's on a whole different level. I can see you didn't achieve beginner rank in the 8 Leaves 1 Blade School for nothing. You're surprisingly well informed. That's a bracer for you. Well, the guild has pretty close ties with the 8 Leaves 1 Blade School after all. Anyway, let me get you those tasks for today. Receive Field Study Envelope August. What do we got for today? Field Study Day 2, assigned tasks. We got 1 required and 1 optional. Ebel Highway Monster 2. There's another monster! There's another monster on the Ebel Highway, but we don't know what kind of monster it is. Monster details unknown. Location Ebel Highway. Don't let me down, Class 7. Get this taken care of ASAP. Tobal. And an offering to the departed, which is optional. Client Sister Theramis. I would like to practice making an offering to Saint Sandalot. Would you be willing to help me gather the materials necessary to do so? If so, come see me at Legram Chapel. Sister Theramis. That kind of reminds me of a quest from Tales of Arise. Oh, I was expecting there to be more, I guess. I am rather curious about this monster extermination request. Didn't want to overload you since I'm planning on giving you an extra task this afternoon. Oh yeah? It sounds like this will be your last full day in Legram, so I want to get the most out of you while I've got you here. Anyway, get on out there and do what you do. Got it. No sense in waiting to get started then. Well, at least it shouldn't take long. Okay, let's roll on out. Let's do this thing. Newfie style. I'm used to playing Zero. Alright. Field study at Legrand. When we arrived, they missed a we. It should be we were greeted by Toval, the bracer who we met during our field study in Bareahard. It turns out he was the one who chose our task for this month. Well, once we had the list in our hands, we jumped in with both feet. We needed to go to the training hall in town for one of the mandatory tasks, and exterminate a monster for the other. We were just hoping we'd have a chance to fulfill the townsfolk's request in the middle of it all. The highway to the north of town was shrouded in mist, so we had to be careful with our footing. Once we defeated the monsters on the highway, we went back to the guild and towed Tobal. We fulfilled the request at the training hall. Klaus saw right through me, too. Either way, it was a good experience for all of us. When we returned to the guild, we found Laura's father, Viscount Xseed, waiting there for us. It sounded as though he'd had just gotten back to Legram. That night, we were treated to dinner at Viscount Xseed's mansion. During our dinner conversation, the Viscount mentioned that something terrifies me so much that its mere shadow pins me in place, a fact that I couldn't deny. I gathered my resolve and asked him for a duel. At the time, I thought that being able to test my skills against the famous Radiant Blade Master might give me a clue as to how to get over my fear and move forward with my life. From the beginning, it was clear I didn't stand a chance against him, and I was quickly knocked on my ass. just as he was about to bring his sword down upon me. What the hell? The power that sleeps within me came roaring to the surface. I charged him like a wild beast, but I was still no match against his skill and his overwhelming power. Fighting him allowed me to realize something important, that I shouldn't deny the existence of any part of myself. Instead of being paralyzed, I should walk forward, overcoming my fear every time it tries to stop me. There you go. Field Study Elogram 2, August 29th, Sunday, Day 2. We awoke to a beautiful blue sky with no traces of the mist that filled the town the previous day. Lohengrin Castle was easily visible from the shore, too. I talked to everyone about the beast-like power within me and the way I'd feared it since I was a child. Yesterday's duel allowed me to take the first step towards conquering that fear, and I feel like talking to everyone about it helped. We visited the guild to get a second salvo of requests from Toval. He told us he'd have more work for us in the afternoon, so we decided to knock out as many requests as we could, saving the monster extermination for last. Alright, good times being had here in that Mushroom Kingdom. Gotta say, it's great having you guys around. It isn't often that I get to kick back at the guild and take care of the paperwork. And hey, it even gives me time to take care of some other stuff, too. Like level grinding on FF15. Other stuff? Huh, nothing too big. The guild branch over in Crossbell just dropped me a little inquiry relating to the trade conference, actually. We're an international organization. That makes it easy to get the latest info, but it also increases our workload. That's a shame. So that's how it works, huh? No wonder he always seems to be on top of things. Indeed. Alright. So we want to go to the church and talk to some dorks. But first, dialogue. Julian's really done it this time. Not helping me out is one thing, but messing around like that just doesn't fly. Naturally, I came down on him like a ton of bricks. I got the belt and whipped his ass. I want him to take up the family business, but it seems like it'll be quite a while before that happens. That's a shame. You hate to see it happen, you really do. There's a fair number of monuments to the spirits here in Legram. Well into the tens, in fact. And each of them has its accompanying myths and legends as well. They say that these stories, passed down for so many generations, tell of things that transpired in ancient times. Cindy! I've had to listen to Father shouting all day thanks to Julian. If only he'd just grow up already. I fear for his future at this rate. Freaking Julian! Being a little bastard. Julian! Ouch. Dad really walloped me. Why do you have to flip out like that? All I did was borrow his cart. You know, we should probably just ditch that idea anyway. It did look pretty dumb. Man, that's what I was thinking too. You gotta tell me these things sooner so I don't look dumb doing it. Meh. Well, we gotta go take a good look at it first. Then the junior Eisenritter can take center stage. I told you first we gotta find a good base. And there's only one place I can think of that has it all. Okay. Nobody's over on the pier. Oh, but there's that dude over there again, like a fart knocker. In style. It truly is a blessing to bask in Lady Laura's radiant presence today as well. My prayers to Adios and the spirits didn't go unanswered after all. Heh, the spirits truly do make dreams come true. Do they now? Have you all taken a gander at Lake Ebble today? It really is quite a sight on clear days like these. We have a boat that customers can borrow here, so feel free to make use of it. Settle down, Beavis. Fishing style. How you doing? The weather's certainly nice today. Maybe I'll row out on the lake and see what I fish up. It'd be the first time in a while. Oh yeah? He's got a fishing rod, didn't you know? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba! We're not loving it. Nobody's ever up here. What's up with that? Nobody. Kurt Hennig style. Da 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 da. I cannot believe this. Not one, not two, but 3 men have turned Lady Laura's manor into their beastly den. You can't possibly let this stand. Get them to stay over at the inn instead. That wouldn't be much of a warm welcome, would it? Besides, we have plenty to discuss regarding our field study, so having them stay with me at the manor is ideal. This is why I keep worrying about your safety. Oh boy. Uh-oh boy. Good morning, everyone. The fog's cleared up and Lord Xseed has returned, so the day's looking pretty good right from the outset. I wish you all luck with your field study today. Nice. Good morning, everyone. I heard all about how you managed to best Colossus himself yesterday. I wish you the best of luck with your field study today. You better. Ba 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 ba. For some reason, this house is very easy to miss. I don't know why. It's Lassie! Everybody likes Lassie. Are you making hamburgers again? I really do owe Toval a lot for all his help. Especially since whenever I ask Carno, he just takes off before I'm done talking to go play with Julian. And Toval always goes on about how helping out a beautiful lady like me could hardly even be considered work, too. When he puts it like that, I'd be missing a golden opportunity if I didn't ask him to give me a hand now and again. You don't say. Nobody's in here. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. We're not loving it. Unfortunately, we're not, ladies and gentlemen. We're not loving it even a little bit. And it sucks. But sometimes that's what you gotta deal with in this world. Do 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 do. Ba da ba ba da 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 da. They're training again today. The Xseed school is known throughout the Empire for its first-rate instruction in the way of the sword. As a student of such an esteemed school, I need to keep striving to better myself as well to live up to that honor. You can bet I'm going to apply everything I learned from our battle to my training to remedy my every lack. That's nice. I woke up this morning, got dressed, and came here to train just like always. And just for a moment, it felt like the air in the room was charged somehow. I'm not sure what it was, but the atmosphere here seemed different from how it usually is. Huh. Well, wonder what it could be. Huh. Perhaps the intensity of last night's battle is still lingering in the air here. Probably is. Sure seems that way. It's Fritz! For some reason I seem to have way more energy than usual this morning. I suppose yesterday's battle must have ignited my fighting spirit. I'll have to pour even more effort into my training than usual today. Maybe he woke up and drank a rain. A rain inferno, even. We're all overjoyed that the Master has returned. Now's our chance to show him how much we've improved during his absence. I might have pulled myself out of bed to train, but I'm still bursting with energy. Well, good on you, sir. Good on you! Is there anybody in the mansion? I don't even know. Yes, there is. How you doing, sir? It's Joseph, ladies and gentlemen. I heard all about your duel with Lord Xseed last night. I'm impressed. It takes real guts to square off against someone who surpassed the bounds of human strength. He's as fierce as a dragon once he draws his sword, but you're no slouch yourself as a practitioner of the 8 leaves. The duel must have been intense. Oh, if only I'd been there to see it. Well, at least no one seems to know how badly you got your ass whooped. Ho! Talk about denied.
Denied.
Nobody's in the dining room. How you doing? Prana! I heard about your duel with Lord Xseed. I'm rather amazed that you'd even make such a request of him. Lady Laura has never managed to defeat him, even when she attacked him in his sleep. Wow. Now I'm trying to come to grips with the idea that Laura would actually attack someone while they were sleeping. Ew. I was a child. Huh. That's quite the heartwarming family tale. Classic. There's somebody up here. Oh, there he is. The butler! Today will be your last day here, will it not? I wish you luck with what remains, then. Do try not to overexert yourself, Master Rune. Huh, thanks, Klaus. I actually don't feel all that sore, though. I guess he did hold back against me after all. It kind of feels like we just got here, though, but whatever, dude. Huh. I'm pleased to see that the fog has cleared nicely today. You couldn't ask for better weather during your field study. The tasks you've been given represent the day-to-day concerns of Legram's citizens. As the ruling lord, I treasure each and every one of them. I ask that you take time to listen, to get to know them, and to help them. That's just what we'll do. We'll do our utmost, Father. Nice. Out onto the terrace. Nobody's out on the terrace, but we can see the nice view. It's kind of a thing. But alright. To the church! Church's chicken, even. Everybody likes Church's chicken. I hear Frank Solich loves Church's chicken. Little fun fact for you. Alright, we want to go in there, but first we're going to go over here and talk to this a-hole. Lohengrin Castle used to be the stronghold of the Lance Maiden and her Eisenritter way back during the War of the Lions. I probably shouldn't have told the kids here about that, though. Now they keep pestering me to tell them more. Kids really love the tales about Saint Sandlot, don't they? I hear boys and girls both saying they want to be like her. How you doing? Oh, hello everyone. Good day, Sister Theramis. Have you grown accustomed to Legram while I was away? I have, Everyone's been so kind. The only thing I just can't get used to is Father Hamilcar's lackadaisical approach to his work. Huh, that's understandable. He has his good points, though. He's really skilled in Super Mario RPG. Really? I've yet to see him act like a responsible adult even once. We probably shouldn't be gossiping about this, though. I assume you all came along because of my request, right? That's right. We'd like you to tell us a little more about it. The request mentioned that you plan on making an offering. That's correct. I'll need a number of items in order to make it, and I'd like you to collect them for me if you're able. Do you have the time to take this on for me? I mean, I understand if you don't. Accept the request. Sure. We'll fit you in. Thank you very much. Allow me to tell you about what I need you to do. As Lady Laura knows, it's a custom here in Legram to hold a memorial service for St. Sandlot and the Eisenritter each year. The period in which this service is held is coming up rather soon, too. Sega Chief style. That sounds like kind of a downer. Well, it's not supposed to be a lively event. The memorial service is held to mourn the brave warriors who gave their lives during the War of the Lions. Nikita Lions, even. Will the church be leading the service? The people here seem to have a strong belief in animism, so I wouldn't have expected that to be the case. Not quite. The church is just assisting with it. Animism has much deeper roots than the church here, so it's only natural that we respect that. Legram seems to be similar to Nord in that regard. Yeah, animism's just as widely believed over there as it is here. And yet, despite that, both communities believe in the church's teachings as well. Well, the church has never once denied the existence of spirits, after all. In my opinion, that's one of the reasons its teachings have spread across the continent like they have. I guess Adios has a big enough heart for everyone, huh? Heh, quite right. Getting back on topic, though. I've actually been asked to prepare an offering for the memorial service myself. Oh? Will this be your first time doing so?
Say what?
It will. Because of that, I'd like to practice a little before the service itself. That's why I like to ask you all to collect the ingredients I need for it. Ah, so that's how it is. What exactly will you be making? I'm going to be making pretzels. Okay. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Yes! Yes! Just so!
Huh? Those are those bready things that look like they're all twisted into a knot, right? That's right, and they're usually pretty salty. What? However, the pretzels used for the memorial service are made to look like the spirit monument here in town. I assume you're talking about that unique-looking monument in the center of the town. The very same. The pretzels here are generally baked to be rather hard, so they'll last longer. It's even said that the Eisenritter carried them onto the battlefield in their combat rations. Oh yeah? I suppose that explains why you're giving pretzels as an offering, then. That's quite a fascinating historical tidbit. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a chance to see Erebonia's most time-honored pretzels. What ingredients do you need us to get, then? Ah, yes, I almost forgot. I need you to collect 5 hardy powders, 5 clear gelatins, and a type of seasoning called Xseed. We probably have all of them already. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to beat up some monsters for that stuff. But what exactly is Xseed? They seem to be one of Legram's local crops, according to Father Hamilcar. Unfortunately, they're not really in season right now, so none of the stores here have any. That sucks.
Stars.
Well, I think that part should be simple enough, fortunately. Our household's head chef should have some on hand. Oh! That's a huge weight off my shoulders. Right then, let's start our gathering. Where should we make our way to first? Laura's home or the highway? I'm fine with either. We'll have to go to both eventually anyway. Quest and offering to the departed started. Started style. Ba-na-na-na. Thank you for taking on my request, everyone. Did you need a little reminder about what I asked you to bring? I need 5 hardy powders, 5 clear gelatins, and some white seed. Not quite white snake, but close enough. So if you don't have the respective ingredients, you can get the hardy powders from grass palms, and clear gelatins from the rose shrooms. But we probably already have those, so I think we just need to get white seed from the chef at the mansion. Because I think it's the only place you can actually get them. That's a little fun fact for you. How you doing? Hello, Lady Laura. Is there something you need from me? There's a request I'd like to make of you, if I may. Would you happen to have any white seed on hand? Of course. Why, it'd be crazy for me not to have some on hand. I've got it stored away, and I always make sure we never run out. Good on you, Joseph. How much do you need? I can give you the entire crate if you want. Well, I don't think we need quite that much. Well then, I suppose a small bag full should do the trick. White seed! My thanks. Anything for you, Lady Laura. All the people here really love her, don't they? Huh, I'll say. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alrighty then. White seed. White seed. A giant crop. A giant... What the hell? A grain crop with pure white seeds, often found in the Legram area. And I believe we have the others. Yeah, we have plenty of clear gelatins and hardy powder since they drop so often. Do 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 do. Ba da ba ba da 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 da. Woohoo! Na 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 na. How you doing? Hello, everyman. What the? Hello, everyone. Have you managed to gather the ingredients I need? We sure have. Here you go. Hand over 5 hardy powders, 5 clear gelatins. Oh, and here's the white seed you wanted. Since you can't get white seed normally, Laura handed over the bag of white seed. Thank you so much. This should be plenty. Could you wait in the adjoining room while I mix up a trial batch, then? Sister Theramis made her pretzels and handed out a sample to everyone. We're gonna have pretzels, didn't you know? How do they taste? I'm a little surprised, to be honest. In a good way, I mean. I remember there's this place at the mall that you can get these like stick pretzels that are flavored differently. Like some are like Parmesan flavored or different things like that. Really, really good stuff. Indeed. These are actually better than I was expecting. Tasty and filling. And free. Thinking that the ice emitter may have eaten something like this to keep on fighting is kind of moving, really. It really is. Thank goodness. And what do you think of them, Lady Laura? Oh, my apologies. I was so engrossed in the taste that I forgot to speak up. They're delicious. If I hadn't seen you make them, I'd swear they came from the kitchen of a professional chef like Joseph. Thank you for giving me the chance to try them. Phew. Hey, Laura. There's still some time before the memorial service, but how about we offer some of these at St. Sandlot's statue now? I'd like that. After all, there's no limit on when you can leave an offering. Would you mind if we took some along then, sister? Heh, not at all. It would be rude of us to indulge in all these on our own, after all. I saw stuffed pretzels at a pizza place at the mall. Yeah, the mall always has good pretzel places for whatever reason. Please, go on and take some. Receive Legram pretzel. Heh, let's be on our way then. Now I've got pretzel power! Yay! Like Auntie Anne's. That's a good place. And I think Sparrow used to have pretzels. Legram pretzel. A pretzel baked by Sister Theramis. Its unique shape is based on the monument in the center of Legram. Good times. Alrighty then. Questicle. Alright, we need to go this way, don't we? Woohoo! Bum bum bum. There we go. I'm sure this will put a smile on her face. Now all that's left is for us to pray. Are there any special requirements for prayers of this sort? Not particularly. But it is the custom to remain quiet while prayers are being offered. Whoop whoop! Let's get our praying on then! Aha! I was focusing so hard on being quiet, I ended up holding my breath. Huh? Are you guys still going? It was a valiant battle to remain silent for even a single minute, but alas, victory remained elusive. Don't be too harsh on her. Well then, shall we make our way back to the chapel? Yeah, we should report back to Sister Theramis just in case. Okay, good times. Thank you so much for your help, everyone. I feel bad about having you run all the way around town just for my sake. Pretzel style. No worries, we're always glad to lend a hand. Yeah, never done a job where pretzels were a fringe benefit, but it was worth it. They really were delicious. If the batch you made for the memorial service turns out that good, you have nothing to worry about. I'll do everything I can to make sure that's the case. Oh, I've yet to offer you your reward for helping me. It's not much, but please take these. We get 3 Celestial Bomb X's. The beep? Those didn't exist in the previous games or Zero. Thank you very much. We'll be sure to put them to good use. That's one down at least. Yeah, let's move right into the other one. Quest and offering to the departed completed. I really cannot thank you all enough for your help. Now I don't need to worry about how things will go on the day of the memorial service. Ba 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 ba! We're not loving it. Celestial Bomb X, 10,000 HP, mucker father. Note style. We'll need to gather the following: 5 hardy powders, 5 clear gelatins, and white seed. We can get the first 2 from monsters, but we'll need to get the third from the Xseed household's head chef. Joseph gave us some white seed. We delivered all the ingredients to Sister Theramis, and she let us try some of the food she made. We'll leave the remainder as an offering to Saint Sandlot. We told Sister Theramis about our offering, completing her request. Alright. So now for the monster, we want to head out to the highway, and I believe there'll be a new area we can access with the fog cleared. There's no need for us to board the train right now. There's no reason for this! That's garbage!